was a horrific morning anyway, because I went out that morning, remember? And actually, for the first time ever, I actually got stuck in the snow.
That's right.
Yeah. And I ended up basically shoveling my way back home.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So anyway, I saw it as an opportunity to do something that I always wanted to do for the kids. And I was building an igloo. So I went out the back and all of this instead of building an igloo.
Yeah.
And I heard sirens. So I thought there was an accident on the highway. So I said a quick prayer for those anyway whom I thought were in this accident, and continued doing my business. And next thing, Erin comes along, and she'd been watching the news and told me that there'd been an avalanche up the street. I heard nothing.
No, the phone started ringing. Terry McInerney called me.
Was it Terry McInerney calling you?
Yeah, the phone started ringing, and because I heard, I was in the bedroom, and I heard what I thought were the trains coupling and uncoupling, and I just remember thinking to myself that was a really loud train. And then the phone started ringing, and it was our neighbors up on Lolo Street that were, screaming down the phone to us, if we were okay, the kids were okay, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, we're fine, we're all a little bit tired, but I mean, we're fine. They're like, no, it's an avalanche, and so then I turned on the news and saw what had happened, and I don't even know if it was on the news yet. Anyway, I don't remember, but found out that there were people buried, and so I basically ran out and handed you a shovel, didn't I?
Well, they were looking for volunteers, grab the shovel and go up, and then there was another order not to go up, and then they gave a third one to go up, so I went up anyway, and I was amazed at the number of people that were up there in so short a space of time.
Yeah.
It was extraordinary, and there they were, people armed with shovels and every kind of a device you could think of to move snow, and it was like a blooming ant colony up there with so many people, and they were clearing their way into the avalanche. Now the emergency services, the cops and the whole lot were there, but there didn't seem to be anybody directing the whole thing. It was almost like the community itself. It was a kind of a communal response, and everyone knew what needed to be done. It was an amazing kind of spirit of cooperation and understanding between everybody, and we were up there, and then they took out, was it the man, I think it was? Or the woman, I can't remember which one of them.
They found the boy first.
He'd been found at that stage when I got up there.
He was only buried, but the boy was buried for like 45 minutes, and they found him, and then Fred was found.
And then his wife was found.
His wife was.
It must have been his wife. So it came out.
Michael, yeah, she was found. She was last.
Yeah, it was her. So
she'd been 3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours buried.
You said you saw her come out?
Yeah, I saw them bring her out in the stretcher that time. I didn't know who it was. Nobody did. There was all kinds of speculation going on, So you couldn't see who it was or anything like that. So
it was just a wall of snow. It was just an amazing amount of snow. And it kind of blended into the sky, because the sky was white and the snow, you couldn't get a sense of.
Yeah. But it can come down with tremendous force, because you could see the damage that had been done. The way it had kind of shifted the house right across the street.
It was a three-story house. It's gone.
Obliterated it. I mean, what happened to us was pretty minor, the disruption caused to our lives. And you see what had happened up the street. I have never actually gone up there to look at the site. I never went up there after it. I haven't been up there since. I generally tried to avoid the place.
I haven't walked up there either. Yeah.
Why is that?
Someone died.
Yeah.
She died there.
Superstition, maybe.
Yeah,
it's superstition.
I don't know. It's we just stay away from there. I don't know, out of respect, or it's just not something to gawk at.
Who died?
Van was en Erik Greenlet naar de Hannigesnacht en was.
Yeah.
Do you remember the avalanche?
And I wanted to help, but my mom made me stay home, and I wanted to help my daddy, but Mama wouldn't let me, and she went over to help, and I didn't get to, because I had to take care of him.
next day there were people over there, you know, sifting through things like to get their clothes and things so they were dry when everybody came home from the hospital. You know, hopefully, everybody, you know, we were all thinking that everybody would come home safely then. And you know, I remember thinking that was so touching. You know, that really struck me. You know, it was kind of like this. I don't know, like not to be like all hippy dippy, but it was like this like light in the darkness. You know what I mean? Just, you know, every person that walked by was sort of this like little, I don't know, made you feel better, made your heart feel better.